Well, hello and a very good afternoon to you from Epsom in Surrey as the NatWest Schools Champions Trophy reaches the semi-final stage. Lads.
Oh, very excited. You know, it's always great to be in another semi-final and to play against Bedford, the team that beat us last year. You know, the boys have prepared well and we're really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great school event.
Yeah, absolutely. The conditions are going to be interesting this afternoon. The rain's sort of coming across us, a strong wind as well. Tricky day for the kickers. It's going to be a game of tight inches, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's going to be how teams cope with the conditions. It is very blustery. You know, we are forecast rain later on, and you know, it's going to be about playing in the right parts of the field, keeping hold of the ball, and discipline is going to be key as well, because if you're playing into the wind and you're ill-disciplined, you know, you could end up 40-50 metres back in your own half and having to work hard to get out of it. So look, as I said, we've prepared well. You know, we know Bedford are a quality team, you know, and the boys are very much looking forward to it.
It's a big occasion, but it is still schoolboy rugby. What are the key messages that you send to the players ahead of kick-off?
Well, a lot of it is just doing the basics well, you know, the core skills, the stuff that they've learnt from a young age, you know, going out there and doing themselves justice. You know, it's a big occasion for them all. It's the first time some of them have actually played in front of cameras. You know, they've got 3 officials that are all mic'd up. You know, it's all very new experience for them, and one that they're relishing. And for me, it's great to be back into a big game. You know, it's something which I miss. But this challenge of this job here has been fantastic for me, and hopefully my experience will rub off on my boys today.
Best of luck.
Thank you. Cheers.
Well, James Hinkins, here we are at the semi-final stage. We enjoyed watching Bedford on the last live stream, and here we are again, a repeat of last year's final. How much are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know the boys are, you know, incredibly looking forward to it. So, you know, it's been a pretty good week of training. Looking in pretty good shape. Hopefully we can move one step on from the Camford game. We put a particularly good first half performance in against Camford, and the idea really is to try and better that and put that in for two halves of rugby. Yeah,
it was possibly perhaps a symptom of the job having been done in that first half that not so much happened second half. What do you think is going to be key for the boys this afternoon against this Epsom team?
I think the key for us, obviously we know they've got some dangerous players. You know, they've got a lad Gulliver who did a bit of damage against us last year in the final. But really the focus has been on us, and we just got to do what we can do to the best of our ability. We've got to concentrate for the full 70 minutes of the match. You know, the tendency is to sort of drift in and out a little bit. But if we can concentrate on what we're doing and just have confidence in our ability and how we can play, you know, hopefully we'll come through at the end.
You've got a slightly smaller bunch of replacements than the opposition. I know you've got other fixtures to fill for the school. Do you think that could have a bearing at all?
No, I mean, it is important, obviously, from a whole school perspective. We're playing Harrow today in a big block, and we know how good they are at rugby, especially, you know, down through the school. So we've got to fulfil those fixtures as well. It's important, you know, rugby is important for every single boy in our school. So slightly smaller bench. We've gone with what is necessary, and you know, hopefully the boys will be able to do the job and not get injured.
Yeah, absolutely. And finally, tricky conditions, could be a tight one.
Could be a tight one. Yeah, it could be a tight one. We've still got to focus on how we want to play and what we need to do to win this game, and not really worry about the conditions so much, but just play to them if necessary.
Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Skipper Torpy has got to hit his man, which he does. Well done from Josh Clark-Bell. Now they try and rotate it towards the touchline on the far side and look to try and break. Oh, and then they get a bit of a rumble on. Not close enough to the line yet, though. Away from Saville, through Holder, cutting back inside. Oh, it's a really good direct line. Is he going to go all the way? Logan Didier, yes he is! What a try from Epsom. And look at the strength from the inside centre. It's a great score from the home side. Ball's in from Dalton. Now they look to go back to the short side. Dalton might have got away from his man. Bowes has to step in field to try and finish it, and now he might be isolated. Although the referee, I think, is playing an advantage to Bedford there. Back with Finch. Crash ball is Colston Kane, being moved sideways more than he is forwards.
Still playing red.
It's there for Bedford still. Dalton into the hands of Hussey, trying to get some go forward then. Little pirouette to lay the ball back. Kerr, well, he's trying to go himself there. That probably wasn't the right option, referee recognising it. Well, I think now it's going to have to be card time, and it is. And I think it's Alex Coe. Well, he's not entirely sure, but putting his body in the wrong side and not rolling away is slowing down a quick ball for Bedford. Out of your shot, he's waiting over on the far side, desperate to get back on. Can Bedford make the numbers tell? They're going to try and use the back line. And then it's Orchard, and they wrap around the outside. Dingwall needs the support, gets it from Kite. Kite still going, is he in at the corner? Referee says try given.
That's it now.
Bedford on the score sheet, and they make the numbers count eventually. Now that has that got in, oh, very, very close indeed to adding the extras, and well, in a low-scoring game, how crucial they could have been. They come out through Dalton, they're going to try and create the extra men over on the outside. They do eventually slip through, and it's Fraser Dingwall, the skipper, from the more central position. Bedford have punished Epsom. Dingwall with the score. Well, with the conversion attempt then. Drills it just wide of that right hand upright, or left as he's looking at it. Well, the volume will go up because Epsom need the crowd now. Here's a replay as the ball goes on the far side. It was just a slip of the tackle from Ed Hughes, and Dingwall was through. That one-on-one proved enough. Dingwall, Scotland under-16s captain. He's got the skills to know what he's doing. Epsom School's friends, they're cheering them on from the bank. They're showing them the way to the line.
No time for line up.
It's getting darker as the clouds approach. Can they bring a bit of sunshine to end this semi-final? The referee says that time is up, so they're not going to get the chance to kick it into the corner or do anything. It's going to be quick tap time.
Hold. 8. Yeah.
Fighting for a place in the final. They'll meet either Oakham or Tunbridge. Gulliver taps, thought he might have been the threat, gives it to Causer. They're going to try and spread it wide. Brilliant passing. And then another attempted step through from Callum Mullett. Bedford try and get them out. Williams is there. The next infringement and the game is over. Causer. Epsom still with it, trying to overturn the scoreline. Are they going to be beaten by Bedford again in the NatWest Schools Cup Champions Trophy? Williams to the right, Gulliver. Such a good player for them in the final. He's trying to do it all himself. Williams to the left. Try scorer already for Epsom in Logan Didier.
Thank you.
Williams, plenty of chat from the young scrum half. Looking left and right. Clark Bell with that carry. Oh, but then has it gone forward? Referee, I think, says it went back. Happy enough with it. Maybe he just doesn't want to end this contest as gripping as it's been. Williams onto Gulliver. If Oakham Tunbridge is half as good as this, we're in for an absolute treat next Tuesday in the other semi-final. There's no doubt about that. It's live on englandrugby.com. Do join us for that. But we're not done here yet, as Epsom come again, struggling to bring down Alex Coe. He'd love to go from 0 to hero, being the man who got that yellow card at the end of the first half. They ship it out. Gulliver. Did it go forward then? It did. Brutally off the man who gives Epsom so much. And the final whistle is blown. It's heartbreak for Epsom, the team that were the first team on the scoreboard and were looking to do it all against Bedford. And Bedford School are in the final again to defend the NatWest Schools Cup Champions Trophy title. What an incredible game we've witnessed here at Epsom. Heartbreak for the home side, but you have to give full credit to their effort defensively and in attack. Some superb rugby from both sides, individuals not willing to give it up. Some great skills on show, and what a showcase for the future of British rugby and English rugby, with the ability of both of these sides. commiserations to be offered, but it's got to be one of the all-time great schoolboy semi-finals in this Champions Trophy. How proud are you of the effort of your boys?
Oh, I'm immensely proud. You know, the boys really dug deep, you know, against a quality Bedford side, and you know, we probably got what we deserved. You know, I thought we were really good in the first half into that wind. You know, we played some really intelligent rugby. Bedford turned around at half time, and then they had that bit of purple patch where they got their 2 tries, and you know, defensively, I thought second half they played extremely well. They kept us in the areas where they wanted us, and we just couldn't really get the pressure that we wanted to sort of turn that into points. And you know, fully deserved win for Bedford, and I've got no qualms about the result. Obviously disappointed for the boys, but we'll move on.
The conditions were tough. I know that it was obviously difficult at set piece time. The referee constantly, you know, giving those line-outs that weren't going straight, and you had the yellow card as well. So a few things sort of conspired against you, but nothing to take away from the effort of the boys, who consistently put their bodies on the line and showed superb skills throughout. Yeah,
I think, you know, losing Alex on the wing for that 10 minutes, you know, was really crucial, because they got their 2 tries with 14 men on the field, and you know, it is small. Like, it was always going to be a tight game, and these games swing on little small margins, and you know, losing Alex into the bin, and then them getting their pressure and turning their pressure into points was the difference.
There are lessons to be learned by boys like this, aren't there, at this sort of stage? I just caught the very end of your chat to them, just to say we hang around, we socialise. The values of rugby at this level are so important.
Oh, hugely. Like, you know, if you lose, you've got to lose with dignity, and you keep your heads up. You know, we had a fantastic crowd here. The school came out to support us, and you know, and Bedford are a good side. You know, they deserve to be in the final, and I said to our lads, look, we go and socialise with them, we go and have tea with them, you know, and we wish them the best for their final.
Thanks very much, Paul.
No problem, thank you.
Jenkins, many congratulations to you and Bedford School. You had some work to do to get back in that game, and boy, did your boys do it.
Yeah, they did. You know, immensely proud of the boys about the way they came into the second half. You know, we weren't on our game in the first half. They came out, you know, Epsom came out absolutely firing at us. You know, running hard onto the ball. We were just trying. You know, we were struggling to deal with it in the first half. You know, I asked a few questions of the boys. So Fraser, our captain, came in, asked a few questions of the boys at half time, and just said, look, you know, this is it. We've got to up it. We know we can play rugby. You know, we know that we're better when we have high tempo. We know our defence is good, and you know, I'm absolutely proud of the boys how they raised it in that second half, and actually, you know, played with the ball a bit, and showed what we could do attacking wise.
Yeah, absolutely. There were plenty of moments where the game looked like it sort of might be going in your favour, then might not be going away, but it seems things like the defensive line speed and the pure support lines that your boys seem to be able to pull out the bag is what really got them over the line.
Yeah, and you know, that's actually been a bit of a tell for us for the season. You know, defence has been pretty strong. You know, we've been defending our line a lot more than I'd want us to, but you know, they are good there. They, you know, they're organised quickly, get good line speed, and then committed into the actual tackle as well. And then it's just that desire to work back in and you know, make another tackle. And they certainly showed that in that half, because we, you know, Epsom, we were under massive pressure from Epsom. You know, we knew where they were strong, and they didn't disappoint in that respect, because they did have some, you know, some big runners, tough runners. They still tried to move the ball around, but yeah, our boys, proud of them. They dealt with it well.
Finally then, a chance to defend the Champions Trophy title at Allianz Park. How excited are you to be taking on Oakham or Tunbridge?
Yeah, very excited. You know, another challenge, another great experience for the boys, and ultimately that's what it's about. It's about the experience that the boys get out of it. Again, they'll take a leadership role in how they want to play the game, how they want to approach the game, and in training. You know, just trying to iron out a few things in training. But again, they've just got to go there and absolutely make the most of the experience, because it is a fantastic experience for them.
Well done today.
Thank you.
So games to look forward to, of course, coming up on englandrugby.com, our live streams on Saturday at 11:30. We have England women, the newly crowned Red Roses, against the Black Ferns, New Zealand women. Really looking forward to the number 1 ranked side in the world taking on the world champions, of course. And then next Tuesday, our second semi-final, Oakham School against Tunbridge School. As we just spoke to James Hinkins, he's incredibly proud of the effort, and it's all about the boys now and their opportunity to decide how they are going to approach the final, and they will meet one of those 2 sides. And then that's when the final is, Friday, December the 2nd. We'll have the Champions Trophy final at 2:30 for you, and the Acer final at 5 p.m. Both of those games live from Allianz Park. Well, we've seen one of the great schoolboy clashes this afternoon. The rugby was of the highest order, and the competition right down to the wire. Epsom, the hosts, gave everything they possibly could, but we saw the strength of Bedford last week, and they managed to pull it out the bag again over the course of that try in the first half and then the second, and getting their way back into the game. It's been absorbing, it's been great. Thank you very much indeed for your company, and we look forward to seeing you here again very soon.